Bueno, familia, cocinando con Jaime, cooking with Jaime. Bueno, I have this recipe of flan that I have made for all the Christmas time and every holiday, and when it's not holiday. And we just made it for our kinetic tapestry fundraiser, and I'm just gonna make it today to show you how to make a good flan. In this case, it's gonna be a flan of cheese and coconut. It's delicious, okay? So, first thing, ingredients. This is what you're gonna need. 8 eggs, okay? I have 8 huevos, 8 eggs. A can of coconut cream, about 15 ounces of coconut cream. You need the best thing ever, a can of sweet condensed milk, okay? You will need a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of vanilla, and 8 ounces of cream cheese at room temperature. Also, you will need a cup of sugar and a cup of water for caramel. Okay, for when it's our turn to make the caramel. Okay, so here's a video on how you do the caramel. Okay, so then to make the caramel, you just take a cup of sugar, and then we put a cup of water, and then we will do a little shaky, and put that to cook on high until it becomes golden brown. And as you can see now, it's starting to get a little bit color amber, kind of golden brown. I think that's about right. Right, here it is. So once I have it like that, I'm gonna come over to my dish and I'm gonna pour it. Look at that thing. I'm gonna pour it on a dish. And then I'm gonna turn on my heat. Let it all pour in there. So then one thing I like to do is that I like to take it like that and just cover all the bottom of that mold, and then I will let it cool down like that for a second so it hardens, and then the flan mixture will go on top of this. Muy bien. So while the caramel is on the mold and it's hardened, right? We set up our oven to 350 degrees, okay? After that, so then we're just gonna mix things. So first, let's go ahead and put 8 eggs on the mixer, on the blender. Vamos por encima. Ay, no se caigan los huevos. Espérate, los huevos. Okay, muy bien. After that, we're gonna throw in the cream cheese, okay? Bloop. Then after that, we're gonna throw in the sweet condensed milk. This is my wife's favorite part. Hey, honey, you wanna take care of the sweet condensed milk?
Do you want me to?
Sure, come on over. She just likes this thing. I'm like, it's almost done, but she likes that.
I like it, but the thing is, you leave like half the can in
I know,
there.
well, clean it up. There you go, that's your job. While she do that, I'm gonna take my can of coconut cream, I'm gonna shake it, and I'm gonna open it. Awesome. Muy bien, and here comes the cream of coconut. You add your cream of coconut. There it is. All that yummy goodness straight from the Dominican Republic. Cream of coconut, the key ingredient for piña colada, for those of you that didn't know that. All right. So that's that. So eggs, cream cheese, can of sweet condensed milk, can of coconut cream, and now we're gonna do a 1/4 teaspoon of salt just to break over that sweetness. There you go. And then we're gonna do a teaspoon of vanilla, good old Mexican vanilla. One, okay, one. I said one. One, okay, I said one only. Oh, I did too. I felt the Lord, oh God Almighty, telling me do too. So do too. So then you put that in there. And then we're gonna mix that for, let me put that in there. Okay, good. We're gonna mix that for about a minute and a half. We're gonna blend it in.
Honey,
Yes.
you have to plug in the mixer.
Oh, I have to plug it in. That's why it doesn't work. Okay. And here we go. A minute and a half mixing. Still mixing. So after a minute and a half, the thing about the minute and a half of mixing all the ingredients is gonna make your flan even creamier. You have all the eggs and the cream cheese, and stirring it for that long, I have seen that it makes it a little bit more creamy. Okay, so once you have that mix, you're gonna take it off and pour it on the mold with the sugar. Let's go over there. So we have the mold with the caramel on it, and that's where we're gonna pour it. So we got the mix, that awesome mix of goodness, graciousness. We're gonna pour it gently on our mold. Here the caramel cracking already. Like, what's happening? I was all hard and awesome. And all the ingredients. Every last drop, okay? That's about right. Jaime, every last drop. I know, it's just a long stream. Stop it. Okay, that's good. All right, so as you can see, this is a thick mold, so it covers it just fine. But then we're gonna do something called the Baño de Maria, the Mary Bath of Bain Marie en français. And what we do to do that, if you notice, I have my mold inside of a bigger mold, and I'm gonna get water, and I'm gonna fill it, the outside mold, not the inside mold, the outside mold. I will show you in a second. With water until it covers about 3/4 of the mold where the flan is actually sitting. Let's see if that did it. I need a little bit more water. Here's more water. Like I said, you feel it, you cannot see the mold to see until you're about 3/4 of the flan that has the mold. Yep, perfect. Because you don't want the water when it starts boiling in the oven to mix up your flan, okay? And I'm gonna see if I can show it to you, what that looks like. Here it is, you see? So here's the water, here's the flan, water on the outside mold, not the inside mold, okay? So now you take your flan, you have it, you put it on the oven, and you're gonna cook it in the oven for 40 minutes. And you're gonna check it, okay? 40 minutes, depending, this is a thicker one, so usually it will take longer, but we'll do 40, and then we'll check it. Usually it will take about an hour, but we start with 40, check it to make sure you put a knife or a toothpick in, and it comes out clean. So about 40 minutes have passed on the flan. We're gonna look at it. So you can see what happens in the 40 minutes. I'm gonna open my oven here, and here's the flan. You can see my hands are clean, but I touch it and it still jiggles. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it still jiggles a little bit, and you don't want that, okay? So, and even though the top part is brown already, that's all right. I can fix that, but I'm just gonna give it another 10 minutes, 10 or 15 minutes, and we'll check it again. So I actually did close to 40 minutes plus about 25 minutes. So now, again, clean hands. When I touch it, it's a little bit, see, it's more consistent, it's a little bit heavier. So that's done, and I put a knife through it, and it came completely clean knife, okay? Here it comes, come with papi. Okay, I'm gonna put it in here. It's boiling, 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 boiling. Put that back in there, close here. And now I'm gonna get it out of the Mary bath and put it on a cooling rack so it completely cools down. Okay, it has to completely cool down before you put it in the fridge overnight. That's the hard part of flan. You really wanted to have it overnight in the fridge, and that's what it tastes better. If you notice, it's kind of inflated a little bit, and that's how you know it's good. A lot of people always tell me and ask me, wrong way. So a lot of people always ask me, oh man, how do you got it so creamy? Well, you just have to let it cook. Don't take it out of the oven if you shake it, it's really liquidy. Don't do that, okay? So make sure it's nice and firm. It's kind of puffy right now. Yeah. So you touch it, see that? And it's nice and good. And then put it on the fridge overnight. Next day when you're about to serve it, go with a butter knife all around it. And then with that butter knife all around it, flip it over a platter so the caramel comes all the way around there and it looks yummy. Okay? All right, so I hope you understood all my good English. And you have a good flan, so enjoy the dish.